Yo, wait, hold up. So, after doing the Eric Bieniemy video where I suggested the Seahawks have a look at him for offensive coordinator, I wake up to this gem. The Seahawks have interviewed one Chip Kelly? What? Now, come on. You know I have a lot to say about this. You better strap in for the. Listen, I said strap in. Some of you dudes on some other stuff. Yo, he said strap up, Cletus. Strap in for this one. You know I have a lot to say about the former Philadelphia Eagles head coach there getting an interview with the Seattle Seahawks? What? Yo, Super Bowl 58 is here in its own. Your boy Jersey Murph back partnering up with the great folks over at DraftKings who wanted me to tell you that new customers placing a $5 bet will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. All you have to do is head on over to your Google Play or Apple Store, enter my promo code TOPBILLIN, and it's on. Want to know what you can do with $200 in bonus bets? You can combine multiple bets from Super Bowl 58 for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if you're already signed up for DraftKings like your boy Jersey Murph here, you can make a bet on Super Bowl 58 and get that back in the form of a bonus bet. You will get a bonus bet back in the amount of your initial wager. How does that sound? And if you don't have online wagering in your state, it's all good. DraftKings Daily Fantasy has you covered. You can still get in on all the fun and the action, right? Just head on over to that Google Play Apple Store. Make sure you download that DraftKings Sportsbook. Enter the promo code TOPBILLIN and it's on, baby. What are you waiting for? Let's get after it right now.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, real quick. When I think about the NFL version of Chip Kelly, I think about the way he likes to spread and work it horizontally. Pause. Got to pause that right there, right? We see right here, like back in the day with my Eagles, them running that horizontal read, right? The power read there with the over route there, just trying to really stretch the field really wide to then go vert. Like we see with this sequence in here. Same deal, right? First work that horizontal, then shoot it vertically. But of course, Mark Sanchez, doo-doo butter. Now the college Chip Kelly is money. Absolute money. Listen, he was money in the NFL too. For a couple of seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe we had 2 top 5 offenses. So people tend to forget about that when they talk about Chip Kelly's time in Philadelphia. Although he was following the greatest coach in franchise history, and my man Andy Reid, my all-time favorite coach, so he was set up for a little bit of success out the gate there, and then it kind of fell off the cliff. However, you can't front on the results, and that man, I told people back then when I was first breaking into the business, I remember doing a call-in radio show, and I talked about how Chip Kelly is a run-first offensive coordinator. All his superstars came from running the ball. All his stars at Oregon were running backs. And then in UCLA, you think about it the same way. So I love how he evolved, right? Before it looked like his offenses were static before the snap. Now this time, right, you get a lot of motion. You get Zach Charbonnet here, somebody, right? If he gets that job, he'll be familiar with. And also Jake Bobo was on his team as well. So another guy he will be familiar with there. But you get that motion there, get a cross formation right there. He started to evolve his offenses, in my opinion, to be kind of modern day. So you see right here, actually a double. Look at that. A trade from the tight end. You get the running back coming at depth switching, and then you get the receiver coming over, which of course showed that it was some type of man coverage, but with zone principles there. And you see him trying to shoot it to the running back there, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So that's another thing. Chip Kelly still didn't evolve that, right? He still works best with dual threat quarterbacks. So there's all kind of ways Seattle could go with that if they were to get him. Although he did have a little bit of success with Nick Foles one year, trying to implement a pocket passer into his system there. But I'm not really trying to get into an X's and O's breakdown right now. If he's the pick, we'll get into that. I want to get into something that is a little bit more near and dear to my heart on this situation, because I just made a video about Eric Bieniemy, and it was met with a lot of comments like this. Martha here says, no, terrible fit. Hiring him would destroy that culture you have worked so hard to keep. So I'm like, what? Then you have this cat right here says, the biggest thing I hear with Bieniemy is his bad personality. Okay. You have a cat like this, right? I straight up hate cats like this. Look, he said, hell no, he's a jerk. Like, bro, you don't even know the dude. You've never even interacted with him before, and you're coming to those type of conclusions from something that you've heard, but you only hearing one side of it. He said when we played KC, he pushed the Seahawks player on the sideline. Nobody likes him. Former players of his can't stand him. Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. This cat said, culturally, I hear horrible things about him. So once again, that word culture comes up. I had to ask somebody, so I'm like, nobody's saying anything, but I need to know what this culture actually is. Thanks to Nazaroff or Anazaroff, whomever you are, you cleared it up for me. Well, you said, I suppose it's positivity or some foo-foo shit. John Schneider has emphasized keeping the culture. I personally hope we drop the fairy mentality and seriously consider Bieniemy. I just doubt we will. Yeah, so much thanks for the clarification right there. So if you're talking about keeping the culture and nobody likes a coach, why in the hell is Chip Kelly getting an interview? So you know who started this whole thing about Eric Bieniemy and his goofy coach and shit? It was LaShawn McCoy, a.k.a. my man Shady McCoy, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles. His last stop in his career, he was at the end of the rope, right? He was long in the tooth. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs with his man Andy Reid, obviously from his Philadelphia Eagles days, right? So he goes and he talks trash about Eric Bieniemy, who is known to coach people very hard. LaShawn McCoy known to be very loose, especially with the ball. My man would carry the ball crazily like he was carrying the ball like basketball and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure that rubbed Eric Bieniemy the wrong way, as obviously he was the running backs coach at the time that LaShawn McCoy was there. But you know what people don't ever say? How the former Chiefs teammates came and ripped LaShawn McCoy for talking about Eric Bieniemy, right? But you had that goofball dude earlier talking about, nobody likes him. Oh, really? You had Jamal Charles right here, right? The Chiefs' all-time leading rusher addressed LaShawn McCoy, said, I have to disagree with you, Shady. Bieniemy coached me for 4 years. I learned so many things from EB, and I still keep in contact with him. A great husband and father. He deserves to be a head coach, right? Your man, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, tweeted at McCoy and said, man, you fucked up with it, right? Former Chiefs guard Jeff Allen was among those who retweeted Matthew's tweet, right? Former Chiefs safety Ron Parker also took issue with McCoy. Tyreek Hill, right? Played for 4 years under Bieniemy and is now in Miami, said the difference of opinion between McCoy and Bieniemy all started with Bieniemy instructing McCoy to hold the ball tighter so he wouldn't fumble, right? He said Shady Mad EB told him to tuck that ball. This is somebody who was there as a teammate. So you base someone's entire reputation over some disgruntled old-ass employee who was no longer good at his job and was told to tuck the ball when nobody was telling him this probably prior to him getting there, right? It's one thing to do it when you're LaShawn McCoy in his prime and you can carry the ball all loosely and do all your moves. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest jukers in the history of the NFL, right? Top 3 in my opinion, for sure. Right? But then you get at the end of your rope and you get hard coaching from Eric Bieniemy. All of a sudden now you want to get mad and try to trash him. Guess who else he did that to? Yup, you guessed it. He did it with Chip Kelly as well. He spent 2 years with Chip Kelly. He led the league in rushing under Chip Kelly when Kelly first got to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Then that shit soured real bad. First, Chip Kelly got rid of Deshaun Jackson, who was a big, major component of the Philadelphia Eagles team, period, right? Deshaun Jackson was the absolute man. Got rid of him, and then him and LaShawn McCoy kind of, you know what I mean, didn't really see eye to eye. He traded LaShawn McCoy as well. And you can see right here, Somebody made a video about their beef with LaShawn and Chip Kelly, and you can see some of the quotes in there. The relationship never really was great. He wants the full control. Look, he said, you see how fast he got rid of all the good players, especially all the good black players. He got rid of them the fastest. That's the truth. There's a reason. Come on. He painted that man as being a racist. He had a lot of people in the league going around thinking that Chip Kelly is a racist. They told plenty of stories about Chip Kelly not even acknowledging people in the building when he would walk by him. He's known as being weird, too. Like an extreme weirdo, right? As a matter of fact, my mom, right, who's a huge Michael Vick fan. Michael Vick was the quarterback at the time, right? And she hated Chip Kelly. We used to talk and go at it all the time. To this day, we still go at it about Chip Kelly, and she makes fun of some of the. So I could call her up right now. She would make fun of Chip Kelly and some of the stuff that she heard about him being weird, stuff from some of the players. But he's known to not be a player's coach, and you can say there are a ton of guys out there who don't like him as well. But there are a ton of guys who do like Chip Kelly. You can't go by just the negative stuff that people say, and you can't be one of these people who are gung-ho or too soft to recognize some people don't take well to hard coaching. Chip Kelly coaches people hard. Eric Bieniemy coaches people hard. Gotta pause that. Right? That's just a different way of operating. I'm the type of cat, right? If you can't take hard coaching to me, man, I have to question all kinds of things about you. You know what I mean? I think you soft. You know what I'm saying? There's some stuff I can't even mention on here, right? For the PC police, but I think that about you because that's what we grew up on. This new age, and people always come around here and talking about, oh, you a snowflake and all this and that. Then those same people are the ones that be like, I heard Eric Bieniemy is mean. Like, come on, which one is it? Right? You're talking about playing football. If somebody wants to coach you hard, look at these quotes here from people talking about Eric Bieniemy. Wait, hold on. Before that, I forgot LaShawn McCoy said this, right? He said, little short Chip Kelly. He's with the kids where he belongs. He said that when he got fired by the San Francisco 49ers after 1 year and went back to college. So come on, you going to take what LaShawn McCoy says to heart about somebody and then dealing with like hard coaching? That's the wrong person to have somebody run behind with a narrative, man. Come on. You know what? Scratch all that. Who cares about the Eric Bieniemy thing, right? People are going to already have their mind made up no matter what I say, right? Or no matter how much I disprove and show them quotes and stuff. So we'll just keep here on the task at hand, right? Because people aren't going to say the same thing about Chip Kelly when you're essentially talking about the same exact people. Chip Kelly and Eric Bieniemy are the same people. They're looked at very much the same way. Only difference is, to me, Eric Bieniemy is a Andy Reid guy, right? A passing guy, and Chip Kelly is a run guy. Now, if we're talking about the football aspect of this, like I said before, I think I said it right, Chip Kelly not known to produce any wide receivers in the NFL. His best receiver to me is Jake Bobo, and he was undrafted. So think about that. He got him from already ready-made at Duke. All those guys in Oregon, I can't remember any of the Oregon wide receivers, but I remember all those guys like the Mamba, Anthony, I don't remember him. I remember LaMichael James and LeGarrette Blount, and all those guys are running back guys. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of you people out there who want to be more balanced, but you also want better passing concepts out in Seattle. I'm not so sure Chip Kelly offers that, but he will offer a nice smash mouth brand of football though, and I love that. So I still maintain everybody in Philadelphia hate Chip Kelly. You come out here to Philly, Jersey, and stuff like that, you can't be saying Chip Kelly's name, right? But that doesn't matter to me, right? I'm my own man. I like Chip Kelly way before he ever got to the Eagles, and he broke in. I broke into the business and really started honing in on his offense and stuff, and I can't say enough good things about Chip Kelly's offense. I like that style of football. Will it fit in Seattle? I don't know. But if we see right here, we're going with his UCLA stuff from last year. He produced the 32nd ranked offense in the land right here, 427 yards, 5.3 yards per play. So, I mean, top 30 is pretty good, but to me, right, it's okay. If you really look at the guys at the top, right, we had Jaden Daniels at LSU and Brian Kelly, and these guys with 7,000 yards, 543 yards a game, 8.4 yards per play in the SEC. The Pac-12 is the weakest defensive league, in my opinion, that in the Big 12, and I think you should be putting up a lot of points there. So he didn't necessarily do that if you compare it to the guys at the top there, but it is a top 30 offense in the country. So take that for what it's worth there. I think Chip Kelly, I think he would be a good hire. So I'll go on record. If I'd say the same thing about Eric Bieniemy, I think he would be a good hire. I actually think Seattle needs more guys like Eric Bieniemy and Chip Kelly and get off this soft shit. All this smoking cigars and making excuses after, we were smoking because Julian Love had a kid. He had a kid a month earlier. You couldn't smoke the cigars then? Why you had to wait until after the Arizona game when you didn't make the playoffs? The optics are crazy to me. You think they would be smoking like that if Eric Bieniemy was around in the locker room? Not a chance. Or if Chip Kelly was around in the locker room? Not a chance. The culture needs to change. How many playoff games has Seattle won in the past decade, or since Seattle was Seattle back in the day? Right? Is that culture really working? Obviously not. They fired Pete Carroll, so we shall see. All right, but let me know what you think about Chip Kelly, and we'll go from there. I'm pretty sure this should be an interesting one, right? But shouts out to everybody out there, man. Much love to all my people out in Seattle and the surrounding areas. I just start shouting out you guys. For some odd reason, people think the only people who watch these videos are from Seattle. Such a shallow way of thinking. I get a lot of people from Canada, from Oregon, from California. When I look at the videos and stuff, from Europe, right? So not just people in the city of Seattle watching these videos, all right? So make sure you support the sponsors. Make sure you support your boy as well. Your boy Jersey Murph signing off, all right? Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.